morning, Noblesville, and welcome to our show of Business Ambassadors today. Today I'm lucky enough my name's Derek Stinson, and I have a special guest, Jocelyn Vare, and she is with the Fishers Arts Council.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. My name's Jocelyn Vare, and I'm on the board of the Fishers Arts Council, and very excited to be here today. So much to talk about in the arts community in Fishers.
Well, tell us a little bit about what's going on at the Fishers Arts Council.
Yeah, the Arts Council has been around actually for quite a while, but the last 10 years it's been especially active, which makes sense because that's when Fishers really started to blossom and grow.
Oh yeah.
So I've been on the board for almost 5 years now, and just the change has been amazing because as Fishers has grown, the interest in arts, bringing arts into our community has really flourished. So
Great.
we are a non-for-profit organization,
Okay.
all volunteers, so we are always looking for new volunteers to help us and be a part of spreading the word of art in Fishers. And if I may, the best way to reach out to the Fishers Arts Council is probably through our Facebook page, actually, because we monitor that quite a bit, always posting up new news. So if anyone is interested in participating in the Arts Council in any way, going to the Fishers Arts Council Facebook page is the way to go.
Facebook page, okay, great. And I know you guys have done a lot in 2015. What all events do you have going on? Yeah,
some highlights have been, at least for me, I think continuation of successful projects and then some new projects that have been created. So something that's new that we did for the first time was called the Arts Crawl. And and it kind of took its name from like a beer crawl, which was the idea of kind of roaming around a community and visiting different stops, right? So we had, in the Nickel Plate Business District, about 22 businesses that participated, and this was on a Friday night. And we paired up these businesses with local artists who came in and showed their artwork, everything from woodworking to fine art, painting, jewelry, oh my gosh, some photography, so much, just a really amazing assortment. And folks came into the Nickel Plate Business District, just kind of roamed around that evening. It was a Friday night, and then we also had performers stationed along the way. So we had jazz musicians, we had a barbershop quartet performing, and I thought the best was we had the Fishers High School drum line going up and down the street. You couldn't miss them. So it was really fun. It was a great evening. And as part of the Fishers Arts Council, I stayed in the City Hall, and that was like our little information booth. And so I had the opportunity to interact with a lot of visitors that night, and the best part was there was this lady who said that she's lived in Fishers for 11 years, and she goes, I have never visited so many Fishers businesses than I did tonight. And we're like, perfect.
Yes.
And she had shopping bags full of artwork. So,
oh my goodness.
So it was a great night.
Great.
Looking forward to continuing that program, so that was brand new this year. And then a new, continuing a project that we've done in City Hall. This is wrapping up our 4th year. It's just called Art in City Hall. It says what it means, right? And we have partnered with the City of Fishers to use that City Hall space, which is just a regular old lobby, and turn it into an art exhibit. So about every 6 weeks, a new artist comes in with all their work and hangs it on the wall. We have a grand opening reception for them, and every 6 weeks there's something new. So yeah,
now if someone wanted to get involved with that and have some art, what would they?
Yeah, good idea. And again, we're just directing people to the Facebook page because most of the Arts Council members are on that a lot and monitoring that. So that's just a good way to get a hold of us. But we have artists throughout the throughout Hamilton County, even Central Indiana, even a few from Southern Indiana, that raised their hand and said, I heard about this program, I want to display my artwork. And just saying that you want to be involved, we have a juring process. We learn a little bit more about you and your work, but we've had group shows. A new exhibit just started on Friday. So, Susan Shorter is the artist that's up right now, and she is a children's book illustrator, and she is from Indiana, and her work is in City Hall. You can see it for free anytime.
And what ages? Who's your target? Who
comes? That's fun, and it's such a wide mix, a very wide variety. So we have professional artists who have done this for decades, right? We also have one show that features the HSE schools graduating seniors. That's a really special show for us. The art teachers work with their graduating students to develop their portfolio, and we hang it, they price it to sell.
Okay.
And we have a big party to kind of unveil the exhibit.
Oh, neat.
So you ask what our audience is, it's everyone.
Everyone.
You know, and that one is full of course, parents and very proud grandparents.
Sure,
looking at their students' artwork. But that is one of my favorite ones because the students kind of start the evening, kind of clump together like, you know, like 18-year-olds do. And then people start arriving into the exhibit and engaging these artists, these amazingly talented 18-year-old artists, and asking them about their work. It's just amazing. It's really, some of them, the first time that they've had a chance to discuss their artwork with someone who isn't a teacher or a family member. And it's a really fun evening.
Yeah,
so yeah, that's a fun
one.
So we'll do that again next year too. Art in City Hall.
Well, it sounds like you guys are doing a lot already in 2015. What's the plans for 2016?
So,
what do you have going on?
There's always stuff going on. It's so great. And that's why I love being a part of the Fishers Arts Council. We partner with the city of Fishers quite a bit. And one of the things that we accomplished recently is a public art plan. Okay. So it's really the first in Hamilton County. No other community has this public art kind of long-term plan or vision for how public art should be presented in the community. We've established that groundwork. Now we're working with the city to make it come to life. Okay. So you will see that in probably, hopefully the end of 2015, but on to 2016. Some public artwork, really trying to represent the diversity of our community. So
that's amazing.
I can't tell you too much, but it's coming.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned and check out that Facebook page.
Yeah, so that's a lot of fun. And Art in City Hall will continue. We're hoping Arts Crawl continues in some way, shape, or form for 2016. And if I can mention one other thing, we partner with so many organizations in our community. HSE Schools, of course. We work with the Fishers Freedom Fest, which is our big festival right at the end of June to celebrate 4th of July. And what we do for partnering with the Fishers Freedom Festival is every year they allow students K through 8th grade to submit artwork designs for the official festival t-shirt. So we work with the Fishers Freedom Festival to, we review all the designs, and I'm not kidding, the stack of designs is that high. We look at every single one and we get to select with the festival. We work alongside them to select the winner, and the winner gets recognized. We have an art exhibit of the top winners for each grade level. And then, of course, the winner gets their design reproduced on a t-shirt. So that's really fun.
So start working on your designs now to get on the onto the t-shirts for next year.
Absolutely. So we expect 2016, you know, our bicentennial year of the state, to be very patriotic. So I'm assuming that one will be really fun. So
now, do you do any art?
Oh, me personally?
Yeah, you personally.
No.
Then how did you get involved with the art council?
I like to say I kind of got roped into it because I love art, and I knew our community doesn't have enough of it, and I know I like it, and so I kind of got roped into it. But at that time, about 5 years ago, I was like, well, there's not a lot of art going on in Fishers. These should be pretty short meetings. Sure. That's kind of what I thought. And here we are 5 years later, and there's so much going on, and everything is just kind of starting from scratch. In Fishers, we have, you know, we're going to take a census soon, but we have over 85,000 people in Fishers, but our arts community is just starting, so it's a lot of fun. So I guess it's proof, like, you don't have to be a talented artsy person to get involved. Because I'm not.
Just have to appreciate it. Well, that sounds great. Sounds like you guys are doing some great work. Please visit the Fishers Arts Council Facebook page to get involved. Jocelyn, her phone number and email address is up there as well, so if you have any questions, you can contact her.
Please reach out. Facebook, I said, is good, but if you just want to chat and know how to get involved, please do. I'll also, if I may, mention the Fishers Renaissance Fairs this weekend, and that is really, really big for our community. They have a new location this year, which is at Klipsch Music Center, so bigger and badder than ever. So if you're into jousting, which you probably are.
Why not?
You should go. You should go. But Fisher's Renaissance Fair is a partner of the Arts Council, so we're rooting for them and good weather this weekend.
Yes, well, get out there, check out Fisher's Art Council. Jocelyn, thank you so much for coming to meet us. And we're going to take a break. And Henry and Owen, hello, buddies.
You're up.
Have a good day.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage: Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Curt Osweiler, and with me today, my guest is Steve Farmer with FC Tucker.
FC Tucker, yeah. Thanks for having me, Curt.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice to have you on the show. It's interesting. Steve is in a networking group with me, and I've known him for a while now, and he has a kind of a diverse background. So let's start out. What have you done in your career?
Yeah, I started off, prior to getting into real estate, I was in banking for 8 years. And kind of what led me down the path to getting into real estate had a lot to do with my banking background, and really goes back to the day my wife and I bought our first home. We bought back in 2004, 2005 time frame, which was all pre-recession, so everything, all the advice you got was buy more house, buy a bigger house.
I remember it well.
Yeah, absolutely. So at the time, we were working with a real estate agent named Andy Leakty, who now happens to be my business partner. And Andy, my wife knew Andy back from their high school days together, so that's how we selected our first real estate agent. Andy was the one, I remember still to this day how much we were pre-approved for our mortgage, and I even thought, I was at least smart enough to operate a calculator and knew we really couldn't afford those payments. So I took it to Andy and said, what do you think of this? And he was the one that said, let me find you a different lender. This is what based on what you're telling me, this is kind of the price point. We ended up buying a house for half of what we were approved for back in 2004, 2005. And it really didn't strike me as to how much of a blessing that was until shortly after buying our house, I got into banking. And once the recession hit, it was literally every day for probably a 4-year span. I talked to at least one person or one couple who couldn't afford their mortgage payments and were facing foreclosure. And I just realized how much of a problem it was in the industry, and that there was really, other than what Andy did for us and what I knew he was doing for his clients, I didn't really see a lot of people giving the advice of buy less house. It was always buy more, buy more, buy more, buy bigger, spend more, and that sort of thing. And you know, Andy had really done a good job of setting us up to having a financial future. And you know, all of us were hit by the recession in some shape or form, but it's, you know, my wife and I were protected based on by being able to afford our housing payments. And it got so bad that, you know, when we would send clients to the foreclosure department to speak with them, the advice they were getting was stop making your mortgage payments. It'll be 12 months before we can get to you. So that tells you how big of a problem there was in the industry, that they were so backed up that they weren't getting, you know, they weren't getting called up to 12, 13 months down the road.
Right.
So, and then I really struggled with it going forward too, and I just saw, you know, that's part of the banking industry is, you know, the banks obviously make money on debt and that sort of thing, or by selling debt. So I always kind of had that moral dilemma of, you know, am I really doing the right thing? And I always tried to take a broad view for my clients when I was in banking and saying, okay, can you really afford this or not? And I would help my clients put together budgets and things like that. So as I looked at getting out of banking a few years ago, I really just kind of thought, what can I, you know, where am I being called to go? You know, I knew I wanted to get out of the banking industry, just didn't know really where I wanted to go. I knew I had a passion for real estate. My wife and I had a rental property, and we had seen some success through that. And you know, I really enjoyed getting out and looking at the homes and looking at other investment properties and that sort of thing. So I actually just picked up the phone and called Andy and said, hey, what do you think about me getting into what you're doing? And he was to the point, he had more business than he could handle and was looking to start a team. So he said, you know what, I think we need to have lunch. What are you doing at noon today?
Right.
And so we got together that day that I reached out to him, and you know, it went pretty quick. I got the licensing. Obviously, I knew the background with having the investor background as well as the banking background, and it's been quite a wild ride the last few years being in the real estate realm. And obviously, my banking background has really helped me with that. So I know one of the first steps if you're looking to buy a home is to speak with a lender, get the pre-approval. So I can typically help someone, get them directed towards the right lender. But if I know what kind of budget somebody wants to stay within, I usually know pretty well off the top of my head what kind of price point that puts us in. And you know, going back to my passions of banking and really helping people set up for a brighter financial future, I really like working with buyers, in that, you know, just because you're pre-approved for an amount up here doesn't mean you need to spend all of that. You know, it's okay to buy a house down here at this price point as well, and,
right,
and think a little further down the road, because you really never know what's going to be in store.
Yeah, I was in the same boat, you know, way back in 2004, where I had a lender tell me the same thing. I mean, I couldn't believe I could afford that kind of a house, and you know, I could have maybe done it if I didn't want to eat or, you know, drive a car. Right. So you know, that would have been great, but. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I've referred a couple of my personal friends to you.
Yeah, I certainly appreciate that as well.
Yeah, because I know you're going to take good care of them.
Absolutely.
So as far as the market's concerned right now, I mean, how is it? I know it was really hot and then kind of cooled off. Now maybe it's picking up again a little bit. Or...
Yeah, it's been an interesting year. I mean, it has definitely been a seller's market all year. We've seen prices go above where they were pre-recession. So a lot of the folks who weren't able to sell their homes during the recession, we're seeing now they're able to sell them if they need to, or get that price that they maybe wanted to sell at. So it was, boy, in the springtime, you had to really have your ducks in a row and be ready to buy a home if you saw one you liked, because it was amazing how fast homes were selling. I think of all the listings I had all year, the first half of the year, the longest anything sat on the market was 20 days.
Wow.
So it was, things were moving very, very quickly. We did see a little bit of a slowdown towards the end of summer. About July and August it got really slow, which isn't a normal market cycle. Usually summer's still a good time. But I think what affected a lot of that was schools went back to back in session a little early.
Right,
So
yeah.
I think you saw a lot more vacations that mid-July to late July timeframe where a lot of people were out of town, and we really saw a slowdown during that timeframe. But at least for me personally, I've seen it pick right back up now.
Nice.
And I think we're going to have a nice little market here to probably till about the holidays. Usually when you get in between Thanksgiving and Christmas time frame, that's when, you know, a lot of things slow down, obviously. But it's, from everything I've read, everything that I'm seeing, it looks like 2016 is going to be another great year for real estate in Indiana.
Well, so in Indiana, I mean, since you mentioned that, I mean, is there a corner of town that you work in, or is it pretty much all over, or what? Where's your focus?
Well, from a licensing standpoint, I can cover anything in Indiana. Now,
Okay.
I won't realistically take a client that I can't service in an area. I had a client call me who had a very specific neighborhood they wanted to be in Lafayette, and when you have that specific of a need, you need an agent who's really going to watch that market and maybe go uncover some property that's not on the market yet. And, I can't do that outside of my realistic territory.
Right.
So obviously Hamilton County, I cover all of Hamilton County and a lot of northern Marion County. I get up into Pendleton quite a bit, parts of Anderson as well, and go as far north. I don't quite get into Kokomo, but Tipton area I get up into as far north as Tipton as well.
Okay. So you do have a pretty broad
Absolutely.
area when it comes to that.
Absolutely.
All right. As far as some of the other things that you like to do, outside of your work life, I guess. Do you have any interests that you like?
Yeah, I've got two really big passions. Probably my big one, and I spend a lot of, my wife probably tells me I spend too much time with this, is I coach my son's football team over
cool.
at St. Margaret in Westfield. So 5th and 6th grade football team over there, and we just had our first victory this weekend, so
Nice.
it was a good weekend
Congratulations.
for us this weekend. So I love getting involved in any kind of coaching. It's a great opportunity to be dad and spend some quality time with my son and that sort of thing, and I love passing on the knowledge I have to the youth as well. And then my wife and I are involved in a marriage ministry called The Third Option that meets on Thursday nights, and it's really for anybody who wants to enhance their marriage. Whether their marriage isn't going so well or it's going great, we teach a lot of tools that'll help you better your marriage, and we meet every Thursday night at Garin High School.
Okay.
From 7 to 9, so if that's something you're interested in, my cell phone number's on the screen there as well.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to talk to you about that as well.
Yeah, and for our listeners on the radio, why don't you go ahead and tell them your phone number, maybe your email, how to get a hold of you.
Sure.
If they're interested in any of that.
The two easiest ways to get a hold of me are phone or email. My cell phone number is 317-989-1434, and my email address is Steve.Farmer, Farmer 79 @yahoo.com.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate everything you're doing for my friends. I appreciate the networking we do as well, and thanks for coming on the show.
I appreciate you having me, Curt.
Yeah, no problem. All right, we'll be right back.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage: Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
All right, welcome back to the show. Derek's here with me now, and we're going to talk about a couple things that are going on in the community. Locally here, actually in Noblesville.
Yeah.
We handle all of Indy, right? You know, but locally here in Noblesville, we know a couple things, and one of them is First Friday that is happening. We're going to have the movies downtown, and Jim, where's that going to be at? Where is downtown?
Downtown Noblesville on the square. The movie screen will be at 9th and Logan.
9th and
9th
Logan.
and Logan.
Right. So bring your lawn chairs, bring your snacks, and come on down. They'll have stuff there that you can buy and stuff.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And also Noblesville Main Street, they're having their First Friday, and it's a soup cook-off. So that will be going on Friday as well. So check out Noblesville Main Street on Facebook to get some more details on that. And also I saw that Nickel Plate Arts is having their First Friday. It's a comic book show
cool.
and sale as well. So there's a lot going on in Noblesville and Hamilton County this weekend. So beautiful weather.
Oh yeah. The Colts got their first win.
Yeah, that's exciting.
They needed it.
They needed it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but I know there's a lot of pumpkin patch checking out and apple picking and.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a buddy of mine went to. There's one over in Fishers. They had a corn maze.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said he's never done a corn maze before, but
Did
they went in and got lost. You know, those are always fun to go to.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of fall events going on. But what's going on in Express Employment Solutions these days?
Well, I mean, we have something coming up that we're going to start promoting pretty regular with all our clients and non-clients alike. It's our Hire One Help Two thing we do.
Oh, neat.
Yeah,
Neat.
we're getting ready to do that. We're going to do it it's going to be the second week in November this year.
Okay.
Normally it's the first, but the second gets somebody. What we do is we take people that are unemployed, maybe needing a paycheck right before the holidays.
Yeah.
Because
We
it's
all.
important. Yeah, we all do. Yes. And the Black Friday thing that everybody gets the great deals on. It's nice to have a paycheck right before that to get some gifts or. Whatever you need for your family during the holiday season. So what it does is it helps get unemployed people out working. They get a reference that is provided for them and maybe help get a full-time job. And then we donate all the rest of the money to the local food pantry.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome that you guys do that.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a job, come talk to Kirk at Express Employment Solutions. And I'm at Mariana Bank in Noblesville, 19 in Logan.
Yeah.
For September, rest of September, we're collecting coats for Hampton County children. So if you have some extra gently used or new coats that your children aren't using, bring them on into our branch at 19 in Logan, and we'll donate that to Hamilton County children. And also in October, we're going to be doing a toy drive and be donating it to the Noblesville Fire Department.
Oh,
so
that's nice.
new toys, unwrapped, bring them on in, and we will get them all donated to the fire department and really help this community during the holiday season.
Yeah, Mariana does a lot for the community. I know several of the different bankers as well at different branches.
Sure.
And always it's great for what you guys do. I have a couple coats that I've been thinking, what the heck am I going to do with these things? So,
They were a sponsor of the outdoor movies, classic movies.
Yeah,
there you
we're a
go.
sponsor
Yeah.
of the outdoor movies.
The
They're
voice
awesome.
from beyond tells us that you were.
I got to take care of my sponsors.
Absolutely.
Well, we enjoyed it very much.
All right, well, looks like we're out of time, and we appreciate you watching or listening, and I guess we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
All right, thanks.